Hey, welcome to The Statistic. Thank you for joining me. I am your host, Nikki, and today we're going to be talking about African American women entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's our topic for tonight. But before I get started, let me do what I always do, which is give my disclaimer. I'm not here as someone you should follow, I'm simply a messenger. Most of what I discuss is merely my opinion. I'm not guaranteeing anything when I speak, just life, positivity, and love of self. I'm not perfect, nor am I claiming to be in any shape, form, or fashion. I'm a statistic, having a spiritual journey of love, light, and peace. Okay? Please keep any negative comments to yourself, as your tongue is a powerful sword, and it should be used for speaking life, not death. Not death unto me or any of the other viewers in the comments or in the comment section down below, okay? So join me as we release, we relax, and we reset. Hi, everybody, again. I hope that you are having a beautiful week. Today is actually Thursday morning. I'm a little late on doing the video, but we're still going to dive right on into the topic, which is, again, African American women entrepreneurs. Okay, so we're kind of switching it up a little bit. We've had some heavy topics the last couple episodes, so I thought I would switch it up with some good statistics, because there's also great things, good things, brilliant things that we are doing as well. And when I say we, I mean African American women and men. Tonight we're talking about women, okay? So I'm going to be reading a couple things briefly to you, so just bear with me, okay? So it says, according to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, and this is actually an article that I got from the National Women's Business Council. This was actually published in February 26, 2018. Okay. And this was an article from the National Women's Business Council. Okay. So here we go. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau survey of business owners and self-employed persons, there are more than 1.5 million Black-owned businesses, a near 67% increase from 2007. Black women are entrepreneurs, are one of the fastest subgroups of entrepreneurs of this time. According to the 2017 American Express Open report, between 1997 and 2017, the number of women-owned businesses grew by 114%, okay? Whereas firms owned by women of color expanded at 467%, which is 4 times that rate, right? There are still various challenges that are faced within, Black women in being entrepreneurs. Like, they still lag behind their non-minority and male counterparts in terms of revenue, business expansion, employment. But Black women are still persistent in pushing the entrepreneur envelope, creating economic opportunity and innovation for the present and future generations. Okay. So when I read that, I was just like, wow, because I didn't know that there were so many African American women that actually owned, businesses that, are up and running and creating wealth. You don't hear too much about it. Well, I haven't heard too much about it. And so I just felt like that was really inspiring, especially for, some of us that actually want to own a business, or some of us who might already have a business and it may not be going, as planned, but that's still your baby. I just thought that this was an inspiring piece of information for us to hone on in and to recognize that, it doesn't matter what your situation looks like right now, you are still able and capable to run a successful business. Now, some of the tips that the women gave for those of us that are trying to create a business was acknowledge your fears and your hesitations by talking about them with others. Meaning, don't be afraid to talk about the things that may, keep you from starting your business, or the fears that you may have of maybe, this may not work. What if I waste money? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Don't be afraid of those emotions, and don't be afraid to talk those out with other people, because most of the time when you talk to someone else, they can actually give you better insight than what you may have at that moment. And, we all have those emotional moments where we're just like, spazzing out about what we don't have. But usually there's a lot of stuff that we do have to help us propel our thoughts along when it refers to starting a business. Okay. The other tip that women gave was surround yourself with a support system who affirm you rather than those who question or doubt you. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? I know, um, if you have a support system, it is so much easier. Most times it is. A group of people who, you trust, a group of people who aren't negative and always trying to rain on your parade, a group of people who support you and see your vision and who's able to help cultivate your vision with you, instead of someone who's being a negative Nancy all the time. And every time you discuss something of your business or about your business, it's always something negative that comes out of their mouth, because that, in essence, it can drain your dream. And then you'll take on their energy of, oh, yeah, that person's right. I probably can't. Or, yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm not going to do it. And then you just don't do it. Instead of surrounding yourself around positive people who want to see you and help push you through. Okay. Be prepared for hard work and dedication. And I think that's with anything. We'll spend 8 hours at a job every day. Some people work 7 days a week, right? Building someone else's brand, building someone else's company, and we don't complain on the job, right? We'll go home and complain, but we'll still get up that next day and go punch in the clock, right? So that same dedication and that same hard work that we put in on that 9 to 5 is the same dedication that you should be willing to put in for your own creation, your own baby, your own business. Okay. And able to, to further you along, to further your family along, to see your baby grow. And I'm not talking about your physical baby. I'm talking about your baby, your business, right? So I know, like, for me, I am trying to start my business and businesses, I should say. And it's been a process for me. And, in my intro, when I say I'm on a spiritual journey of love and light and peace, really, and that's peace of mind, just self-evaluation, self-knowing self. And it's been an interesting journey, and my journey isn't over yet, but it's been interesting. And I am trying to go through every day, looking at every day different. I have a plan, I have a goal, and I'm trying to attain that dream of mine that I'm trying to see into fruition. But it can get extremely frustrating sometimes, especially when, you get emotional, or you may feel like, what the H is going on? When you are in the moment and you have to just sit there and go through the process of everything, not knowing how stuff is going to turn out, right? But I think overall, just going through this process has made me an even stronger person. And I'm even more dedicated to seeing my dreams come into fruition. And so, I just want to encourage, any woman that actually watches this video, like if you have a dream, go after your dream. It doesn't matter how old you are, well, sometimes age matters, but you're not dead. So you still have much life to live, and you are still able to get your creation off the ground, whatever that may be, and just go for it. Just go for it. Life is too short, and there is nothing wrong with having the life that you want to have, right? So there are so many I was looking around, and I actually have some information for you guys as far as like funding goes. If you're like, well, I don't got no money to start no business right now, you can always put a little bit away, do a little bit of research to see what type of funding is available. But I have a couple of sites that, if you are interested in funding, that you can go to. And the first one is, these are grants, by the way. It's called an Amber Grant. It's a $500 grant, and one of the 12 winners get an additional $1,000 if you win. They also have an opportunity to get investors and mentors. So, that's also a good opportunity. The application requires a small introduction of your business or an idea. And that's for the Amber Grant. There's federal grants, and for that you can go to grants.gov. Okay, there's state and local grants as well. You can go to U.S. Economic Development Administration website, and you just click on your state, and they list the grants by like the classification, whatever you're trying to get into, whether it's restaurants, cafes, like whatever your business is pertaining to, that is what you would click on. And it has a lot of more information to help you with what type of grants are available for you and to you. And there's a lot of them. And I don't know if they're being utilized, but that's also a direction that you can go into. And many a times, I was going to do the statistics tonight on African American women on welfare, and I still might do that, but I really wanted some positive energy flowing in the air, some encouragement, because there's been a lot of BS going on circulating in the world these last couple of weeks, and I wanted something more inspiring. And even some of the women that have been on welfare, they've changed their lives. They turned their lives around and have become business owners. And it doesn't matter what type of business you want to start. You can start a hat business, you can start a do-rag business, candle business, restaurant business, car business, whatever business you want to start, just go for it. And you may not, see the dividends right up front, but when you keep working on that thing, working on it, soon you will be just astounded about, what you've accomplished and how far you've come, how far your business have come. And, you'll be able to share that with someone else and hopefully inspire someone else to actually do the same and, go after their dreams and start their business. And plus, there's nothing like having financial freedom and having your own shit. Okay? So, that was that. I think this is going to be a pretty short video, but I would say for homework, like for me, I have goals that I've written up. Well, let me just tell you what I wrote down. So I said, if you want to start your own business, you probably already have an idea of like what you're good at, like what your business would be, right? You probably already know that about yourself. But for those of you that don't know where to go, like what to do, you just don't know, but you know you want to have your own business, I would say, and I got this actually from my boyfriend who told me to do this as well. Make a list of 20 things that you love doing. And pick one. Pick one, two, however many you want to pick. But to start off, pick one out of that 20 things that you love doing. And when I wrote my 20 things down, I found that all my things were like creative types of things, creativity. Everything was just about creativity. And I was like, okay, that's what I need to be doing. That's what brings me the most joy, is being creative, being able to be flexible with my time as I'm a mother, So start off with that. Do your 20 things that you love doing. Then I would say make a goal, right? Make a reasonable goal of what you want and how you're going to obtain it. You should also try to put a time frame in there. That also helps and keeps you on track of obtaining that goal, okay? Then I would say do like a vision board. If you're not sure what a vision board is, you can look it up, or you can check out End of the Week with Nikki and Mita, which is on, we go live every Sunday. It's on Facebook Live. And if you go back to like our first or second episode, we talk about vision boards and how effective vision boards are when you have a dream or a goal that you're trying to obtain. And we actually give insight on how to make the vision board. We showed our vision boards, we went over it. So check out End of the Week with Nikki and Mita on Facebook, okay? Or, just Google how to make a vision board. It's just a board basically with your vision on it, okay? And on that board, you can cut out pictures of women who you aspire or who interest you that are also business owners, see what they did, and, just put up great quotes and things that get you, flowing and get you excited about what you're trying to obtain, okay? So that would be my homework for us. And also continue to check out those grants that are available to African American women especially, okay? So yeah, that was my topic for tonight, wasn't too heavy. I think these breathing affirmations that we're about to take part of is actually just like gonna not take stress off of us, but just encourage us and give us life to know that our creativeness, our entrepreneur side, is not far-fetched, because other women have done it before, so it is not impossible for us to also be a part of those numbers, right? I want to be a part of those numbers and those statistics as an African American woman who's also an entrepreneur. So as we get ready to go ahead and relax, we're going to do some breathing techniques, okay? So we're going to close our eyes, get in a comfortable space, sit up if you need to. And we're just going to get ready to relax. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 cleansing breaths, okay? And I want you to focus on what it is, what business you would love to open, what your goals are, how you see yourself living, how you see yourself being, what you see for your business. As you hear my voice, focus on that. What does that look like to you? You have it in your head? Okay. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in through the nose. And release. Last time, deep breath in. And release it. Now these next breaths, we're also going to do cleansing breaths with these. But what I want you to imagine is a bright light cleansing your aura, just cleansing all negative thoughts that you may have regarding starting your own business, okay? And when you blow that out, you're blowing out all those negative thoughts, okay? So inhale the positive vibes of starting your own business and release the negative vibes of starting your own business, okay? So let's take a deep cleansing breath in. Release those negative thoughts. Deep cleansing breath in. Release the negativity. Last time, white bright light in. And release. All right, I hope that those breathing techniques has helped you. I hope you feel a little bit refreshed and relaxed. Okay, now it's time to reset. And if you've watched the previous videos, you know what I mean by reset. We're going to reset our minds and our thinking on just this topic in general, okay? We're going to allow the positive words to penetrate our minds and our brains, okay, as we believe every word that we are speaking. But first, I'm going to ask you to allow yourself permission to accept these words that we are about to say by just simply saying, I accept these affirmations. I allow myself to accept these affirmations, okay? Saying with a smile, saying with glee, really believe it, okay? I am enough. I am strong. I create the life I want. I am successful. I love myself. I am dedicated to being my best self. I am brave. And I am resilient. Okay? So remember that, things take time. Nothing happens overnight. You just got to keep working on it. Be diligent about it. Stay motivated. Try to stay positive. If you haven't already watched all my other videos, go back. Watch episodes 1 through 6. We've talked about some really great topics. Hopefully you've been able to get healing. You've done the homework. It's been helping. And you're just all good. But thanks again for watching The Statistic. I am Nikki. Join me next week as we tackle on another topic, okay? Have a great night, and I will see you guys on next week. Peace.